are highly welcome. You're highly welcome to Career Service Center of Technical Area online training program on job preparations. The programs that started a week back. Alhamdulillah, we have seen the landscape of the job market in the first sessions. The second sessions, we discussed the dynamics that influenced the job market, as well as we analyzed what are the key or high demand skills. We understand that AI, cybersecurity, data science, financial technology, business, marketing. These are some of the high demand skills, not only in Nigeria, but globally. Now that we have realized that we have opportunities that we can be able to navigate and exploit this particular this market. Now, how can we go? Now we identify opportunities. We understand that there is opportunity for us that we can be able to get a job. How can we now initiate the process? How can we be able to attract attentions on the prospective employers, job creators? This brings us to the issue of resume and cover letter essentials. Resume, as you are coming to see, is your promoter, is your one of the marketing, self-marketing strategy. And then the cover letter, as you are coming, you are telling the employer you deserve to get these jobs or the vacancy out of 1 million or 100,000 or 10,000 or 3 people. You are the best candidate for the job. That's what the cover letter is telling your employer. Your facilitator as well as usual. I'm Engineer Ali Musa Kofa, Director Career Service in Technical. Today is Tuesday, 24th December 2024. Let's go into the business of today. What are the objectives of this session? Number one, understand the definitions and importance of resumes and cover letter. We exploit what are the definitions, as well as what are the importance of this very important document, very important instrument for searching jobs. Number two, learn about the different types of resume and their formats. You're coming to see the different types of resume. We are going to look at chronological, we are going to look at functional, we are going to look at combination, and then we are going to look at targets. We have so many of them, and then their formats, and how we can be able to tailor our resume towards a given particular job. Number three, exploit the structure and steps to write a winning resume and cover letter. As I said, these are the initial, or we can say these are our missiles that we send into this very competitive market. These are things that we need to, these are our instruments for getting the next available job. Then number four, define cover letter, and then outline the steps for creating the cover letter. What is a resume? If I may ask, a resume is a formal document that provides a summary of qualifications, including educations, work experience, skills, achievements, tailored for a specific job applications. Please, the last words, for a specific job applications. Resume is for a specific job application. I want you to see that as you are coming to see. You cannot just have a one single resume that you will be submitting to all employers, all places that you are looking for or you are searching for a job or you are applying for a job. If here you're applying for a secretary, your resume for secretary is going to be different when you're looking for what? Marketing manager. If you are going for mechanical operational manager, it's going to be different when you are going for a consultant. So this resume is not static, it's a dynamic. As our market, we understand last class, is dynamic. Likewise, our resume is also dynamic. So we need to understand that in this case, we need to understand every job we are applying, we have to write a specific resume for it. Likewise, even the cover letter, as you are going to see. So the more we are looking for different jobs in different fields, in different sectors, we also have to, that's what brought the requirement, their needs to understand this resume. Because as you are embarking on job search, you will be writing this resume here and there, there and there. So that is why we are urging you to pay attention, understand the resume itself, understand how you can be able to use the resume and navigate this very, very competitive job market. Why do we need to write this resume? Why? Somebody may ask, why do we need to write this resume? The important resume in the modern job market. Number one, resume serve as the first point of contact between you and your potential employers. It's the first point of contact. As I said earlier on, it's your promoter. It's the document that tells the employers who you are, what you can offer to their organizations. It's the resume that will tell them you have the requisite skills. You can be able to take up the jobs and discharge your mandate efficiently and effectively. So this document is very, very important as far as the job market is concerned, contemporary job market. There is need to absolutely have a very attractive, a winning resume, a resume that can be able to secure you a job, because it's the first impressions. You are not going to be there when the employers will be reading your resume. But through resume, they can be able to visualize. They can be able to contextualize who you are. Number two, demonstrate relevance. Your resume highlight your qualifications towards the job role. Towards the job role. You are going to state, you are going to mention, you are going to identify, you are going to highlight all your skills, your work experience, your qualifications, your achievements. Number three, it increases your visibility. You place your resume in LinkedIn, where you have the network, where you can see we have employees here and there. Helps you stand out in a competitive job market. Your resume. Number four, showcase professionalism. Resume reflects your attentions to details and organizational skills. And last but not the least, facilitate networking. It can be shared with professional contacts to exploit opportunities. So you can see, in summary, this document is key to your success in the job market. It's your brand. It's the one that will brand you in your absence. It's the one that will tell the employers. It is resume that will be able to give you the visibility, the broadcast that you need so that you can be able to have or get the next available job in the areas you are looking for. Knowing the importance of this very important resume and document, what are the types of this resume? It's only when we understand the types and we understand their formats, we can be able to tailor the resume towards the specific job applications that we're looking for. It's only when we understand these types of resumes that we can be able to have the opportunity to write a winning resume. The first one is chronological resume. What is a chronological resume? It focuses on work history in reverse chronological order. It is a resume that is best for individuals with consistent career progressions. What chronological resume is all about is a resume for those that are looking for progressions in their career path, in their career. They are moving from, let's say they are bankers. Somebody is working in a bank. He wanted to go back to, maybe he's working Zenith Bank, First Bank, or any other bank. But he wanted to go to CBN. So he is expected to write a chronological resume. I'm an engineer, I'm a mechanical engineer. Maybe I'm here lecturing, but I wanted to go to private sector. Maybe there's another vacancy there. So I'm expected to write a chronological resume because I have the experience. Because chronological resume is all about qualifications and experience. We are coming to critique these resumes by Thursday, inshallah, to see how they are. But we will be able to guide you, to give you the brief of how this resume is. What we mean by chronological order is that when you are listening your experience or you are listening your skills, you are going to start with the recent ones. Okay, to the last one. That is why it's called chronological order. Maybe the experience that you finished, you serve as an intern. You did your internship in, let's say, in one of these factory, and you got this experience. Then you move to another. So the last one, the last experience, the last work that you did, the last experience you acquire is the first one you are going to write. Then the first one that you acquire after your graduation is the last one is going to be in the list. Likewise, in the case of skills, the skills that you acquire latest is the one that you are going to place first. Then that is how you go on. That is why it's called chronological order. So you should understand one key thing is chronological resume is for those that have the experience. It's for working class. You can use it as a graduate. You can use it, but to showcase your experience that you acquired through a particular processes. You did what is it called leadership. You serve in the committee. You are the PRO of your Muslim forum. You are the PRO of Christian associations. You are this and that and this and that. You can also use the chronological order, but basically chronological resume is for those that have the experience and the qualifications. And one good thing with chronological resume is the one that most of the employers know about it. It is very cumbersome in the job market. So you need to understand it. We are using, nobody is saying a fresh graduate cannot use it. We are coming to see the patterns. Then we have the functional resume. The functional resume highlights skills and experience over work history. Okay? Highlight skills and experience over work history. Also, it is suitable for career changers with gaps in employment like you do. So in this case, this functional resume is dealing with, as you are coming to see, with job applicants that are fresh or they have less experience, less work history. Also, it can be used by career changers. You are an electrical engineer, so you want to switch from power to telecommunications. Unlike the chronological is within the same career. Okay, you are an electrical engineer, so you wanted to move from this particular operation to this operation. What I'm saying in power, let's say for example in power. Likewise, maybe you are a banker. Maybe you can switch, you can go from audit to accounting sections. This is chronological resume. Functional, you are switching. You are switching from accountant to insurance. So in this case, you are expected to use functional resume. We are coming to see the structure. The combination resume. Number 3, combination resume combines elements of both chronological and functional formats, which is good for both career progression, career changes, as well as fresh graduate from university, from polytechnic, from institutions that doesn't have enough experience, but they have the skills. They have the skills, they don't have work history. It is ideal for showcasing relevant skills and steady career trajectory. That is it. Then the last one is targeted resume, tailored specifically to the job being applied for, which is the most common one in the present modern job market. It also highlights not only it highlights only relevant experience and skills. This is good for refreshers. This is good for graduates of the institutions. This is good for new job hunters. So apart from this one, we have some other, but these are the key ones which you are expecting. After these lectures, you can go and search more of this one. But these are the 4 ones that are used in the contemporary job market to look for a job, to sell yourself to your employer, to promote yourself in the industries, in the market. Then the next one, after knowing the different types, now we now go to, what are the different formats and structure for these 4 resumes that we mentioned? We say first, we have the chronological resume. Number 2, we have the functional resume. Number 3, we have the combination resume. And the 4, we have the targeted resume. almost their structures are similar. Okay, but it's the format that is different. The first thing is the header. That is you, your full name, your contact information, your professional title, your email, your phone number. This is the first thing. The arrangement varies, it depends. But this is the first item in your resume. You must have a full name, your contact information, your professional title, your phone number, your email, and if you have a LinkedIn page, you have to put it there. You have to put your LinkedIn page address, because in the modern job market, LinkedIn is playing a very, very vital role. So in this case, you need to understand that the first item in your resume is your header. And you should mind, please, though we are going to do it on Thursday, but you should know you have to format it. One, the font size. Are you centralizing it, or is going to be left index? You also have to know all these ones. And normally in the font size, you have to use nothing less than 10. And you should use a very cumbersome font. We are going to do that, inshallah. But it's the first thing. You can see from this example. Let's look at this example. This is a sample of a resume. So the first thing is the name is, no, I just do it like that because I don't want to do it in such a way that person will now go and just pick it and then just go and so this is the first item you can see is what? Is the name, Ibrahim Yusuf Hamad. The next thing is the contact information. Your phone number, your email is here. You can see your email. You can see the LinkedIn page. You can see also the what? You can see the what is called the address. So the whole of these ones, the whole of what is happening here is what is called the header. You can decide to change it. Or let us see this example here. Let us this example. So in this example, you can see these are all resume. So you can see what I'm trying to. So let's look at this one. You can see the whole of this place is the header. This is a header. This is a sample of chronological resume here. So the whole of this place is containing what is called the header, containing your name. You can see Janet Powell. That is the name. Then the address is here. Then you can see the LinkedIn page. This is Stanford format, Stanford University. You can see this is the LinkedIn. So we are going to discuss the importance of this LinkedIn in our resume, irrespective of the type we are using. Is it chronological or is it functional? You can see this one also. You can see this one. You can see bend. Yes. So you can see this is how he arranges on, which is different from Janet. But you can see the address is here, the present address is here. Then the permanent address is here. Then you can see the phone numbers. You can see the phone numbers. Look at the email address. You can see the email address. So this is what is called the header. Then the next item is summary or objective statements. a brief overview of qualifications and career goals. What are your career goals? What do you want to achieve? What are your qualifications, summary of your qualifications. So you can see here we have the objective. We have the objective in our books. Okay. So in this case, we have the objectives. Look at the objective here. Okay. Look at result-driven marketing professional with over 5 years of experience in digital marketing and brand management, seeking to leverage my expertise in. So you see, this is a goal. This is your goal. This is a goal. Now, this is the word overview of your career. So you can see that after header, then the next thing is the overview and then your objective. These things are very, very important because this is what is going to captivate the minds of your employer to know that really you are worthy of looking at. So you now go into the remaining parts. But if these places are not okay, if the objective is not clear, it's very, very, very ambiguous, it's not straightforward, then automatically the employer is going to what is it called? Dump your applications. Then the next thing is experience sections, job titles, companies, date of employment, and key achievements. These are also very, very important. But as I said, the structures varies. But even though they vary, the format and structure varies, but the content, the same element is only the arrangement. Maybe in one, you start with education section. Somebody will start with experience sections as you are coming to. Some will now go to what? In the case of functional, you go and start with skills sections. We are coming to see that. So the next one is the experience section, where you are going to place your title, companies, date of employment, and key achievements. The next one is education section, degrees, institutions, and date. Then number 5, skill sections, relevant, technical, and soft skills, additional sections. So if we are to go by the example we are looking at, you can see this one, okay? You can see the objective to obtain a position as a paralegal with corporate law firm. That is his objective. Then he goes to educations, okay? Now, this is the education, very brief. You don't need to go and be blowing grammar. You say you went to primary school, this and that. You want to Gaza, you are, because one of the characteristics as you are coming to see, resume are what? Maximum number of page is 1, sorry, 2, at most, minimum 1 page. So you don't need to be blowing grammar. Go straight to the point. Your employers doesn't have time to read everything. That is one. Number two, we have what is called applicant tracker system. This applicant tracker system doesn't have all the time to be looking at all this your grammar. So we have the standard. So you see the education section. Then we see the experience. You see how he arranged the experience. You see, this is the experience. You can see how the experience. You see the experience. You see organizing and supervising, public speaking, financial. But let me draw attention to one important thing, my respected participants. Look at his objective: to obtain position as a paralegal with corporate law. Now look at it. When you look at his research and writing, they are all directed towards that particular objective. Research, language development in impact utilization, both library and this one, organizing as one of the 4 class presidents, plan event and activity for Stanford senior class, contacted businesses targeted for. So you see, he's giving his achievements. This is what it's all about resume. To tell your prospective employer that you have the capability, the capacity is there. Then let's look at, because we are going to do this one on Thursday. Look at this one. He started with skills, then go to education. This is a functional. So you can see this is the skills. Then you go to education, he goes to experience. The arrangement differs, but the content remains the same. The content remains the same. If we are to go, you will see the same thing. Look at this one starting with education. Then the next thing, leadership will go to skills and so on. So these are the basic components of resume. Then the next thing, what is the difference between resume and CV? What is the difference? People have been asking. I have a CV, so do I need to write? They are quite different. Resume is a summary of your qualifications, your experience, your educations, tailored for a specific job. Whereas curriculum, CV, detailed overview of academic and professional history. So you can see the difference. In the job market, most of the human resources officers, they don't have the time to go through lengthy stories. The time is not on their side. So that is why if you are looking for a job, you have to go with resume. Number 2, typically resume is 1 to 2 pages long. Rarely you can see 3. Nobody is even encouraging you to go with 3 or 2. Normally it's 1. But CV can be multiple pages long. It can be up to 12 pages. Resume is for academicians, researchers, looking for grants, looking for promotions, looking for fellowship. But you, as you are looking for a job, you just need 1 page resume, 2 page, highlighting your educations, your experience, your skills, your objectives. That's all. Resume focuses on skills, experience, and achievement, whereas CV include publications, research, and comprehensive achievements. You can see the difference. Most of the times, I came across a friend. So I'm telling somebody that he was asked to write, is going to be given an appointment. Then he now brought almost 6-7 pages document. I say, no, just go ahead and resume. Director doesn't have time for you to read all this your long story. Give him 1 page. Most of the managers, chief executives, they don't have time. If you want to talk with them, give them a snappy, give them a short, but contains the relevant information. So you can see why we should go with resume. Why we should go with resume. Now, understanding the differences between the resume and the CV, now that will now lead us to the next important documents. So we all believe that now as a freshers in the job market, are people that are yearning and what? So ambitious to get the next available job in the market. We all believe now we need a resume as a graduate or as somebody that is just searching for a job. Now, another document that must all the time accompany your resume is cover letter. You can't submit a resume without a cover letter. Yes, don't forget, we say that a resume can be 1 or 2 pages. So you don't have all the luxury of time, all the luxury of pages to blow all the grammar, to state all you want to state. But what happens? Cover letter is there for you. What is this cover letter? A cover letter is a document sent with your resume that provide additional information about your skill and experience, explaining why you are good fit for the role. That is cover letter. Cover letter will now tell the human resources or the person concerned that you are fit, you are qualified to be employed. How? By providing him with additional information. You are coming to see a cover letter. How you can be able to write a very attractive cover letter. So your cover letter is always giving the support, giving your resume the security. If the employer or the human resources personnel now went through your cover letter, and the cover letter really attracted their attentions, then you will now go through your resume. If cover letter is something, well, I don't pray that our participant will go to that length, but if it doesn't contain, it's not appealing, then automatically you have lost the job. They will never even schedule you for interview because the cover letter. So they will never mind to go and read, to go through your resume. So you have wasted your time. So cover letter is very, very important. Every job, every applications, you must attach, whether being asked or not, you attach your cover letter to your resume. What are the purpose of this cover letter? Number one, personalize your applications. Showcase yourself. Showcase your abilities and your skills that you have not mentioned in the resume. You have the skills, you have the experience, and you even state that is your goal. You are coming to see before you even write the resume and the cover letter. You have to go and do research on the company. Like now, Federal Inland Revenue Award, they place their advert for applicant to apply for job vacancies. You have to go and study those particular vacancies. Choose the ones that is aligned with your goal, career goal, with your ambitions. Then you go and study. Why do they need to employ another staff? Is there a new vacancy? Or is an existing vacancy? It's an existing job, but maybe they are not getting the best from those that occupy the offices earlier. Number two, demonstrate your interest in the role and organizations. That's what we are saying. So the number two purpose is to demonstrate to your what? Prospective employer your interest in the role and the organization. You know the organizations. You know the role. You have the capacity. You have the potentials to give them the best that they are looking for. Number three, as per the purpose, is now to highlight specific achievement relevant to the job. You see, that is what we're encouraging our respected participants. This issue of internship, this issue of volunteerism, to be volunteer yourselves to organizations so that you can have the experience, so that you can be able to have achievement, you can be able to achieve some things in the organization. It's very, very important. I discussed with one of our graduates. I said, why can't you go and volunteer yourself one of these organizations, these industries? Go and work for them for 6 months, free of charge. Gradually and gradually, they will come and what? They will start giving you allowances. If you put the best in discharging the assignment they gave you, there you got experience. That is why you got all these achievements. Or you set up your NGO, or you set up your entrepreneurship. You set up your own company, no matter how small it is. Is it the micro? Is it the small? Is it the medium? You set up. And in this case, as you are coming to on Thursday, because you need to deal with what? In quantums, in quantity, in percentage, telling them that that is the issue of resume. We'll come and critique. We are going to come and place an example of what is it called? A resume on Thursday. That is when we are going to discuss in details, component by component, how to go about write, what you should write and what you shouldn't write. What are the languages? What are the words you are going to use? The next thing is, after this, then the next thing is the importance of cover letter in the job market. As you have seen the case of resume, what are the importance of cover letter in the trending job market? Number one, personalized connections. Cover letter allows you to address the hiring manager directly. Directly, you're talking to him. Yes, it's like you're just sitting in front of him, telling him who you are, telling you that you have the capacity, you're capable of taking the job. You have all the experience, all the skills to take the role and to what? Give the company or the organizations what they are in need, what they are looking for. Number two, it explains how your experience aligns with the job requirements. Look at, we are going to play that on Thursday. We will place that particular advert of Federal Inland Revenue. We are going to place it there. Then you will see. Are you looking for TL1? Then what is TL1? You need to study it, understand it. Then when you are writing your cover letter, you tell that particular source person or hiring manager that you know. Right? This is how to scale to. This is what the modern job market. This is what we told you last week. This is the landscape. And these are the high skills that you need to navigate the job market. The next one is value additions. Cover letter, highlight your achievements that are not detailed in your resume. Because in your cover letter, you have all the privilege. You can use 2 pages, 3 pages to write your cover letter, because that is what is selling you to your prospective hiring manager. So it will add value by detailing your achievements, which a resume is not giving you that, because the resume must not be more than 2 pages. Then competitive edge. Cover letter distinguishes you from other applicants by showcasing unique skill. Unique skill. Unique skill. Then last but not the least, it reflects your commitment to securing the role. Yes. The hiring manager, you say, yes, this guy knows what he's doing. Yes. This one and this and that, this and that. Especially like, well, of course, but I don't want to bring this one into our discussions. But from now, I believe you have started believing or understanding why we need to understand, why we need to write a very attractive cover letter. Then the next one, after now knowing that, is now we go to what are the steps writing an impactful cover letter. The first one starts with a strong opening. Address the hiring manager directly if possible. Yes, I have already said in the first slide for the cover letter. You address him directly. Just be writing as if you are talking to him. He's the one in front of you. You are talking to him. Talk to him. Not only talk to his face, talk to his heart. And here you are going to talk through your cover letter. So address the hiring manager. How do you know who is you are going to hire? Is through the adverts. If there is no advert, then you now go to what? Get somebody that is working in the organization to guide you on who to address the letter to. Then number two, state the positions you are applying for. Don't say available job. No, they will say there is no available job. If you are going for the federal Inland Revenue, they categorized. They are what? The employments, vacancies. So just take one. Don't be so selfish that you have to write for this one, you have to write for this one. No, take one. But before you take one, we are coming to that, you have to what? Assess yourself. Yes, what are your passions? What are your interests? What are your knowledge? What are your what? Qualifications? What are your experience? What are your achievements? Don't just say, because this title is very, very sweet, let me just go for it. No, you're really going to make a very good, impactful cover letter. It's rarely. Study yourself, get get you a paper, write your passions, write your interests, your knowledge, your qualifications. When I say qualification, I'm not just saying HND. I'm meaning if you are an accountant, you are ANAN, you are ICANN, you are professional bodies registrations. Yes. Some of our fresh graduate applicants, they think when we say qualifications, they are just thinking, I know, this is what we call professional qualifications. And this is, I would like to use this at media, this particular opportunity. If you know you didn't register with one of your professional body, even at the student level, please start doing so. It will add value to our resume. It will add value. If you are not attending the monthly meeting or the weekly meeting or whatever it is it quarterly, then start attending. It will add value. Involve yourself in the organizations of either seminars or either, these are all what we need. Then you state it in your what? In your letter or your resume. The number two things is what? Item is introduce yourself. Briefly mentions your background and key qualifications in the cover letter. The next thing is showcase your feats. I already mentioned it. Highlight experience and skills relevant to the role. If you don't know, you don't have the skills, you don't have the role, you don't have the experience, please don't apply for that role. Don't apply for it because you are going to mess up yourself. And this is one of the reasons somebody will be saying, I have applied, even to get interview. This is one of the cases. This is one of the reasons why you are not making it. Let me share this with you. Do you know that these modern employers, hiring managers, they use ATS? They use what is called applicant tracking systems. These applicant tracking systems are made to recognize some keywords in your resume. If your resume doesn't contain those particular keywords, it's not going to pass through. So even shortlisting for interview, you will never get it. That is why you say, I have applied this one, I applied this one, I applied this one. Likewise, even your cover letter, it doesn't contain the keywords, then your application will never scale through. Never scale through. ATS. That is why you see NNPC. This is what they used to go for interview, for what's it called, for computer-based test. I'm thinking the same thing that is going to happen to this job that is coming up for federal and the revenue. So for us that wanted to apply, you need to sit down, get some of your what? Your key backgrounds and your key qualifications, especially that this job is aligned to social and management field. You need to do that. You have to showcase your experience. And I said, this experience can never be gotten on what? On the other side. You have to go and work with an organization, or you have to establish one for yourself. Then you provide specific example of accomplishments, achievements. You have to state it in your what? In your cover letter. Then number 4, express interest in the organizations. How can you show interest in the organization? Show knowledge about the company's values and projects. How can you know that? It's only when you search. Go and learn about Federal Inland Revenue. What are their mandates? What are their services? What are their challenges? What is the gap? Yes. Show them you know. So it's not an easy task. Easy of just sitting down, go to cafe, just writing a resume, this application has gone. Has gone. You need to have a very diligent work. So issue of graduating nowadays, yes, graduate. That is the first phase. Then the second phase, you have to do learn. You have to upskill yourself. You have to get skills of even writing the resume. This is what we're teaching you now. The skills of writing a resume. The skills for writing cover letter. Second to the last is you conclude effectively. You conclude your cover letter effectively. How? Tell the employer and include a call to actions, like requesting an interview. Don't say, I'm waiting for your response. You can give you a negative response. You say, thank you, we have received your application, so we don't have, no. Tell him what you need, what you are looking for. Waiting for his interview, request for an interview. That is an effective way. Not even in this cover letter, in everything you are going in the administrations, in management, when you are writing to your superior or you are writing for somebody, asking him for something, then you have to tell him what you need him to do for you. Is it you are looking for cash? Don't say, I write to greet you, this and that, this one. And whatever they happen, we are waiting. Waiting for slap? For somebody to slap you, so it is that. It's not. You have to state either in the beginning of your what, later, or at the tail end in the conclusions. Then number 6, format and proofread. Keep it professional, concise, and error-free. Don't bring your personal labari. Be professional. State your experience, your qualification, your knowledge for the company's values, challenges, and what have you. And be concise. Don't let it be too long. Go straight to the point. I told you, hiring managers, human resource officers, and managers have time to read bulky documents. They don't. Imagine somebody is assigned to assess 1,000 applicants in 1 week. Do you think he's going to spend 1 hour reading your document? 30 minutes? No, 5 minutes. Anything 5 minutes, you will just dump it. So in this, we need to understand this. What are the key takeaways from this Tuesday, 24th December 2024 interactive class? 1, resumes and cover letters are your first step in making a positive impressions. Don't take them lightly. Don't take them lightly. Take them serious. Resume and cover letter. I know some of us, there are a lot of people doesn't know even about resumes. They don't. I asked one of my colleagues, was it last week? I said, yeah, well, you need to kind of on a resume. What mean on a resume? I just laughed. So now that you know what is resume, you know the importance of this document and the cover letter in your journey to high-profile jobs. Don't forget, in our last class, I did mentions that whatever we are teaching you now, whatever skill you are acquiring, we are not just limiting it to Nigeria. We want to go to international. And these are the best standards. Tailor each document to the job and company. Don't be writing one resume, one cover letter, and send to NNPC, send to CVN, send to Oxford, send to IBM Computer, Microsoft. No, Microsoft and IBM, and they are all what? They are all computer organization companies. But you find that the roles differs. So therefore, the resumes also differs, must differ. That's why the cover letter. You are applying for Microsoft, Facebook. The role there may differ from the role when you're applying for what? For TikTok or Instagram. So you find that tailor each document to the job. Like in this federal inland, whatever, tailor it towards a specific job you are applying. We are going to discuss that in Allah on Thursday. Highlight relevant achievement and skills. People are now they are not after your what? Your history. I did this one, I did this one. What do you achieve after doing that and that? What do you achieve? They are looking for achievement to measure whether you can be able also to achieve in the role, the prospective role that they are going to give it to you in organizations. Nobody is after history. I was the chairman of a committee. That is why when you are writing your resume, when it comes to achievements or experience, especially achievement, there are what is called action words. You use what is called action words. I led the committee to provide palliatives of 250 students within 2 months. I led the team to source funds for international organizations, which was used for disability. You see, you are using quantity, fund, $2 million, $2 million, 20, this one. This is what organizations are looking for, not to go and be blowing grammar to them. Kai kaza, kai kaza, kai. Kaza. No, what do you achieve in those offices? What do you achieve? Then your skills. This is why I don't need to. We have already explained it. What are the high demand skills? Then last but not the least, proofreading is essential to avoid mistakes. Please. That is why we are here in the Career Service Center. We have the services. You can forward it to us. We'll read it to you, for you, sorry. Make sure it's what? Meet the minimum standards of resume, international minimum standards, not Nigeria local, not international. Does it contain the essential items, components? They will also proofread it for you to ensure that there are no mistakes. Because if you now submitted a cover letter filled with mistakes, your officer will know that you just don't.
Okay, there is a network issue. Malam just went off. So let's just wait a bit so Malam can rejoin, then we can continue from there. Thank you.
Hello. So I'm sorry that my internet is very unstable. So thank you very much for listening. And if you have any questions, you are free to ask. And then we meet in our Google Classroom, where we're going to be given assignment. Inshallah, now that you know what is all about resume, what is all about cover letter, we expect you to sit down and write what for you. Please don't allow Google. Just Google. Sorry, what is it called? What is it called? What is it called? AI tools, ChatGPT, Gemini, this issue of cloud, issue of write me, and so what. See, they are assistant. They are just there to assist you, not to do the work for you. They are the one to do the work. So if you ask, what is it called, your ChatGPT, he will go and write rubbish for you, and you submit a rubbish. And when you submit a rubbish, then you see a rubbish. It's garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you inputted, that's what you are going to get as an output. So please, let's be mindful of that. So thank you very much for listening. We have our very important sessions on Thursday, inshallah, same time, where we are going to bring what's it called, samples of cover letter, the resume, and then we now look at them critically. What is missing? What are the errors? What are this one? Also, we are going to bring what you should do and what you should not do, what you should write and what you should not write. Okay, all these ones are going to be discussed on Thursday, inshallah. So the floor now is open for questions. Thank you very much, Mala Harun Abdul Majid, our uncle. Please, you can take over.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the session. I see we have a question in the comment section.
Okay, let's go on. What are the questions?
Okay. Abubakar Isyaku is asking if it is not necessary to write reference in the resume.
You see, resume, there's no need for references. In fact, there is a common error that some of us are doing. A resume, you don't even, the last word there, you see people saying, what is it called? Referees available on what? Request. That is wrong. You don't need to write that. You don't need to write that. A resume, there is no place for referees. You don't need a referee. Your referee is your resume, is your cover letter. So we'll discuss that in details when it comes to our next sessions. Yes, next questions.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Ibrahim.
Yes, sir. My question is
You're welcome.
concerning a file since last 3 days, which is titled as assignment 3. That I think there is the content there is not specified what we should do and what we want to do on it. It's only showing you should submit your document in file, write your name, your address.
No, that was, I would go back. It's attached. There's a document attached. And already some people have already even submitted.
No, I think
Aruna, how many submitted the assignment?
The last time I checked, there were about 12.
So you see, so
well,
you
sir,
go back to the classroom.
I need more clarification on that. I think the write-up is almost the same thing with the PDF sent.
No, it's not.
Okay, I saw it. I saw it now.
Thank you.
The last time I saw it. Okay, sir.
To allow somebody, Yusuf Hadi is wanted to ask question. Yusuf Hadi.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. You're welcome.
I'm Abubakar Isiaku.
Okay, Abubakar Isiaku, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, sir. My question is that, for example, like you are a tailor or you are a manufacturer of something that you are doing recently, and in your resume, can you apply those skills that you have it on your head, or they are not needable?
If I get you right, you are talking of you are an entrepreneur.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Their experience.
Okay.
You can listen them. Yes, of course. You can listen those particular experience with their dates. The only thing that you didn't, I will encourage you us. If we are entrepreneur, please try to make it a formal entrepreneur. If you are a roadside mechanic, please register that particular your garage as a company with SMEDANS, with CAC. That is, now we are making it more formal. So companies and organizations, they will recognize the experience gotten from those particular companies because they are officially and government recognized. So please, nowadays we shouldn't just be a roadside mechanic. Don't be telling ourselves we are mechanics. We are not. Okay. So try as much as, but you can place them. But on Thursday, after we explain everything, you become clearer what are the contents for resume and cover letter. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, I have another question.
You're welcome.
Like, sir, I'm writing a resume. Happens to be that I own an organization. Like he mentioned about Taylor. I have my CAC, I have SMEDAN with the other necessary document to register as a company. Am I going to add such kind of things on my resume to express my specialization on, apart from what I study, or
yes, of course, Ibrahim. Yes. Look, Ibrahim.
Yes, sir.
Since you have an official organization, so now your resume is going to be very, very rich. You know why? One, in your achievement, it's an achievement to establish a company. Now, all you need to do is get statistics. Get statistics. How many clothes are you producing certain particular time? And then what are the initial capital you started? And what are the present capital that you have? So that you can be able to measure achievement in terms of what? Profits. This is what the companies are looking. This is somebody that can be manage this. If one, you establish a company, you run the company as a manager or whatever. Then number three, you made the company to prosper. Number four, you have the skills. You have leadership skills. You have managerial skill. You have this. So you see, you have, and well, let's leave it on Thursday. After Thursday, everybody is going to write a resume for us. You write a resume. You write a cover letter. No, it's today. Okay, tomorrow we are sending the assignment, but we are going to extend that to Thursday, inshallah. So you can do that.
Okay.
Yes. Next question.
Thank you, sir. I have a couple of questions here in the comment section. Starting from this
Go
first
on.
one. Asma Otokur asked, she need more clarification on the combination of cover letters.
Combination of what?
Combination cover letters, the types of cover letters.
No,
there is
we
this
don't have
combination
types of cover letters. We only have types of resumes.
Oh, sorry, resume, I mean.
Pardon?
She's talking about resume, not cover letter, sir.
Yes. So we said a combination resume is hybridized resume. It's a blended resume that have the characteristics of chronological resume and then that of what? Functionals. Let's say, for example, you have a skill. Then you state your what? Your experience under that particular skill. You know, functional is emphasizing what? Skills. Whereas chronological is emphasizing experience and qualifications. Functional is emphasizing achievement and skills. This is it. So in the combinations, you're combining your experience, qualifications, skills, and achievements. Under this particular skills, under this particular experience, or sorry, what's it called? Skills. You have this experience, you have this achievement and this achievement and this achievement. Okay. Under this particular experience, you work in a particular government agency. So in this case, you have been made the committee chairman, or you are the one that produce, or you are the producer, you design this one for this company, and it make a market penetration of so percentage, and it make a profit. It makes the company to expand. This is what we talk about combinations. It combines the features of chronological. You know, chronological is all about experience and what? And qualifications. Then functional is all about skills and achievements. So you combine the two. You talk about the educations, which is the best. Which is the best? If you are a worker or somebody that wanted to, is a changer, is a career changer, you combine the two. But if you are a fresher, it's better to go for functional or to go for tailored resume, the one that is targeting a particular job role in a company, like what we have just said in the federal environment. Well, of course, we are going to recast that, inshallah, on Thursday, inshallah. So let her be available, or we can continue this discussion in our WhatsApp platform so that I can give you the differences between all these ones so that you can be able to assimilate and get a clear picture of the differences. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yusuf Hadi is asking, when applying for a job, which should come first, cover letter or resume?
The two are twins, brothers or sisters. It's everything. But we say it in terms of cover letter, you have to do extra research on the companies or organizations so as to gauge their values, their interests, their challenges, the gaps they are trying to, which you can be able to. Then after knowing that, then you now design a resume with the skills, experience, education, and qualification that will now tell them that you have everything to fit into that particular list. That's what is it called? Raw. So now you write your resume. But whatever you started, the most important thing is you must do a research. Yes. You either write, because when you are writing the resume, you are writing the resume targeting that job. You are targeting the job. So you also need to know what is all about that job in that company so that you can provide them with the experience, the qualifications, the skills, and the achievement related to that office. Resume is not giving you the ample time to state everything. Then you now go back to cover letter. So by this explanation, resume is coming first. Now you now go, those that you cannot be able to place right in your resume, you can challenge them to what's it called? The cover letter. We will discuss that inshallah on Thursday as well. Yes, next question.
Okay. Next question is coming from Hashim Maazu, and he's asking, what is the meaning of resume?
Please, participant, who can tell me what is the meaning of resume? Nobody? Yes, Ibrahim Madaki. Ibrahim Madaki. Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. Resume is a concise file that summarized and express who you are, what role can you play, and what you can do.
That is good, Ibro. Thank you very much. That is a summary of a resume. A resume is telling the employer who you are, and what you can do for the organizations. Or do you have anything that the organizations can rely on and employ you? That is it. So I think we gave an assignment. Oh, okay, I didn't give an assignment, but we are going to give an assignment that requires that. So please, I expect Hashimu to go and do a little research, read our resume. Okay, next one, because we are running short of time.
Yes, sir. Very quickly, the next question is coming from Ibrahim Ridwan Sani, and he's asking, what is the difference between resume and cover letter?
One, they differ in formats. Number two, their purpose are different. We said resume is your promoter. Yes. It is telling your prospective employer what are your skills, what are your qualifications, what are your experience, what are your achievements, what are your working history. But in cover letter, you are confidently telling the hiring manager that I have all it takes to employ me. I will meet the targets. That is simple. You see, we say cover. When we say cover, what is the meaning of cover? Let's go literally at what is the meaning of cover?
Cover means a modifier that modifies.
A modifier? No,
Yes.
no, in that context.
Okay. A cover means a backup.
A backup. So it means cover letter is backing what?
The resume.
The resume. That is simple. That is simple. It's covering. We said cover letter is there. What if? No, sorry, is there to tell your employer what you cannot be able to what write in your resume. But not only that, emphasizing confidently that you have all it takes to take up the job. You are the best candidate for the job. Yes, tell him. You have all it takes. You are the best candidate, confidently, with all assurance that you can deliver. That is the cover letter. You are covering your what? Your resume. Yes, next question, please.
Next question is coming from Haruna Musa, and he's asking, while applying for the job, I have the skills, but don't have the experience. What is advisable?
Maybe you cannot differentiate between the skill and the experience. I believe if you say so, it means you are not applying your skill. You are not using your skill. Yes, you are not applying it. But in as much as you are applying the skills, you come across what? Experience. You acquire experience. You are a tailor. Now you have what? You can be able to cut. So you see, cutting in this particular process is a skill. And when you're applying it, you have the experience, you get the experience. Look at footballers. Yes, they have the skills. And they're applying the skills. Look at the African Footballer of the Year, Lukman. Ademola Lukman. Look at, he has the skills. And he's applying the skills. And in the process of applying the skills, he's gotten the experience. That is why when he's in the front of a goalkeeper, clinically, he will score a goal because he has having the what he has applying the skills, and through application of skills, you have experience. You get experience. You get experience. So if you ask such kind of questions, you are telling us that you have the skills, but you are not applying, or maybe you cannot differentiate between the skills and the experience. And I think that one can be answered maybe even through our WhatsApp group. Then we now give you the advice. Yes, the next one.
We have, yes, we have one question.
The last one.
Yes, the last one.
Price, yes.
It is about SMEDAN, registering with SMEDAN. So Isiaku is asking, when registering with SMEDAN and you have different skills and fields, can you do it for each skills, or you can put them all when registering?
You see, registering with SMEDAN, I don't think it's up to that particular length. It's not. What is most important? Aggregate your skills. Yes, aggregate them to see where you have much applicable skills. Like, okay, let's take, for example, a roadside motor mechanic. He has the skill of driving. Driving is a skill. Yes. He can be able to repair what? He can be able to repair, it's also a skill. Somebody is a roadside mechanic and say rewire. So in that case, aggregate everything and call your company a what? Social person, automobile company. So when somebody comes into that company, so you register under automobile, for example, you are a welder, you can be able to weld, you can be able to mill, you can be able to shave, you can hold. So instead of this one, then you call this one a what? A mechanical workshop. Mr. XZ or XZY or a mechanical workshop, international company or whatever, something like that. Okay, so in SMEDAN, you look at what your company or what your what is it called? Where your job. Then you now go and apply. We have a lecture with SMEDAN, and we are going to, in our next program, okay, we are going to join hands with SMEDAN to do this program online. Okay.
I think, sir, I would like to share some experience with him.
Okay, we are going to join hands. You know, you are from Abuja, so okay, we join hands and do these programs for SMEDAN, CAC, and then Bank of Industry. So we are planning that. We have a collaboration with them. We have a memorandum of understanding. They are coming to start training our students by next month on this entrepreneurship and whatever. So we will capitalize on that and organize online program also. So, Malaruna, is it over?
Yes, it seems Ibrahim Madaki wanted to say something earlier on.
Yes, I want to talk about Smedan because I already had one. So as Marlon said, he have collaboration with the agency that they will come and talk more about it. That is why I just say, okay, so let me leave it.
Yes, we are going because we want you to go entrepreneur.
Because I have registered,
Because that is
with
the fastest way of okay, it's okay. That is the fastest way of getting job now. Okay, you don't need anybody to ask you for resume or cover letter. Okay, go create, and that is what the Sumerians are doing. So we have a collaboration with them, and we try to see how we can capitalize on that and organize or learn. Online sensitizations to our alumni and students so that our students can be able to understand. We are hoping to do that, inshallah, in the soonest time. Thank you very much. With this, I'm saying thank you very much. Please, as a reminder, our assignment, collection of assignment is 11:59 p.m. today. And then please, we are running AI detections scanning so that we know who used AI 100%, 70%, 60%, 50%. Anything above that, you know, you see score 0. Will score you 0. That is all. Please try as much as possible to do this assignment for yourself so that you can be able to have this. Murtala Siraju is saying he's have a question. Please, in 1 second, what is your question?
Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So my question is, sir, what is the difference? What is the important? Which one is more important between the CV and the resume? Because the reason why I ask is, according to your explanation and the differences you give between them, resume is give in short the experience and the qualification and the qualities of the applicants. Well, the CV tell a lot about the applicants. So which one is more important? Because this CV is still much about the applicant. Well, the organization maybe they need to know more about the applicants. Well, CV is more short, resume is more shorter. Thus, it's more easier to consider. Well, it not tell more as CV. That's my question. So, according to this, according to this, their comparison, which one is more important than the other? That's my question. Thank you.
All are important. The two are important. The resume are important. Likewise, the CVs are also important. But they vary in terms of utilizations. Okay? If now as a fresher, maybe you just graduate, and now you are searching for a job, which most of us, that's what stage we are. Then you write a CV. CV, where do you have all the Turanchi to write a CV? Because we did mention CV is for researchers, it's for academicians, where they will now write their research, their academic achievements, and what have you and what have you. Secondly, it's very voluminous, and applicant tracking systems are not after very voluminous documents. For a refresher in the job market, the most important document for him is resume. And that's why we took our time to explain resume. So thinking of writing CV is an old passion. And why everybody is writing CV is because majority of people doesn't know about resume. They don't. The highest, when you go to some level, they will tell you that resume is American, CV is English, whatever. It's not. Modern job providers time management is of excess. They don't have the time to go bulky documents. They don't. You say you do primary school, so. You did nursery school, so. You did who's really, what those particular things are they going to play in your job? Bro? Nothing. So job providers now, they're not after that. You tell them about where you place of birth, original state of origin. Who is after that? You are applying in America. Who is after you are either from Kaduna or from Akwa Ibom? Nobody cares. What they cares is what you have to offer to the organizations. And that is the content of resume, elaborated by cover letter. Thank you. So I think, Malaruna, my participants,
Yes, sir.
thank you very much for listening. I wish you a very, what can I say, prosperous submission of assignments, which is closing. Please, some people have already started losing a lot of marks. So please don't be among them. Thank you very much for the listening and attention. I wish you all the best till we meet on Thursday by 2 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.